In the previous video, I showed you how to do an assembly. This is our assembly right here, the rocket ship made with all the blocks. A useful tool is to show an exploded view of your object. That shows the object put together, but all the pieces kind of separate from each other. When you're in the assembly window, you can click right over here on these three right-hand tabs. There's the bill of materials, the BOM table. There is a configuration panel, and there is the exploded views. I'm going to click on exploded views, and this shows me all the exploded views that I've created. I can change the size of that window if I want to. So I've got these two exploded views that I've already created. I'll click on this one, and there is that exploded view. I'm going to close that. I'm going to click done editing. I'm going to create a new exploded view. And like everything, you can always go back and rename it if you wanted to. I'll just leave it as exploded number 3. When you create exploded views, you take each of the parts and you take them apart. Much like an assembly, you put it together. This is a little bit the opposite. So I'm going to click on this fin right here. With this fin, I can do all kinds of things with it. I can move it this direction if I wanted to. I can move it a different direction. I can do all kinds of things with it. So I'm going to close that. Let's click on that one more time. I'm going to pull it away from the rocket ship. Now, just now I pulled it 104 millimeters. I think that's a little bit far. I'm going to make it 50 millimeters. And now that piece is pulled 50 millimeters away from the rocket ship. It's just part 1. I can hit OK, and it's done. I can try that with another piece. This one right here. Move it. Tell it 50. Oh, it automatically went to 50. Now, sometimes you want to say, okay, I'm going to move 2 at the same time. But what will happen is it'll move that the same direction it moved the first one. So clearly you don't want to move 2 at the same time. Close that. Back to this first one, leaving the exploded lines. That shows that line where it would fit together. And that one's done. I'm going to keep going around to each one. Move it a little bit. Make that 50 millimeters. Done. And same thing with this one. 50 millimeters. Now it's done. So the last one I have right here is this guy. And, oh, I forgot. Did it at the same time as the other one. Close that. Make it done. So now I can click on this one. And I want to move it up this way. I'll move that one, let's say 100 millimeters. Now I could go back and do another movement. I could twist it sideways. And this time, instead of doing a translation where it moved, this did a rotation. It rotated it around that certain axis, and it rotated it 275 degrees. Maybe I wanted to do 90 degrees. That's basically the other direction. Hit OK. So now here is my exploded view of this object. Probably didn't want that last rotation on there. I was just kind of showing you how that works. But that is a different exploded view. I can go back to that step 6. You can see it's a rotation versus a movement on all these. I could edit it. I could rename it. I can just delete it. And now it's gone. And now we are done. So my third exploded view is that one right there. And there is the isometric view of it. Now, when you're in a drawing, you can use those exploded views. So I have a drawing that I've already created. I'm going to come back over here to the sheets, and I'm going to create a new sheet. In the sheet, I'm going to insert a view. It's going to ask me what view do I want. It's from an assembly. Is it the default view? Is it explode 1, explode 2, explode 3? Which exploded view is it going to be? Before I do that, I'm going to click on Update the Workspace so it updates it. So now I will come over here, Insert a View. Which exploded view is it going to be? It's going to be Exploded 3, which I just did. Is it going to be the front view, the top view, the left view, whichever view you want? I want an isometric view. And then I can also change the scale of it. Maybe instead of a 1:2, I want a 1:1, a little bit larger. And there is my view. What happened? Let's try that one more time. My exploded 3, my 1:1, my isometric view, and there it is. It pasted it on there. Remember, if you right click on it, you can say, do I want to show the shaded views? Do I want to show hidden lines? Maybe I want to show the hidden lines. And that shows the pieces that you wouldn't normally see. Maybe I want to show the shaded view. And now they're shaded in color. That's how to do exploded views.